Well, I think my biggest thing was I've had a lot of jobs, from warehouse to government.
Hello you guys, and welcome back. If you guys are new here, my name is Jasmin, and this is our channel where we show you guys a little bit about entrepreneurship, lifestyle, and some contenido en español. Today we have another really special guest, so if you guys want another video or if you guys want another content creator, then let us know down below who we should collab with. But without further ado, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'm gonna go ahead and let my special guest introduce herself.
Well, thank you for having me, first of all. But my name is Angelica. I am Dominican, and I'm a reseller, rapper, just a little bit of everything.
Creative.
Yeah, creative.
Yeah. So I do want to say a little bit about how we met. So I think I found you through social media.
Yeah.
But I really wanted to do a collab with her just because she gets it. She's a creative and she gets it, and she's Hispanic. So of course I wanted to have her on my channel. But we're gonna talk about, some business questions while we eat some food. So we're gonna show you what we got. So she actually picked up canes. I just made some tacos. So this is what we're gonna eat. And we're just gonna go over some questions. You said that you do a couple of different stuff, but what really inspired you to be creative? Or did you look up to anybody, or did anybody ever inspire you?
Well, I think my biggest thing was I've had a lot of jobs, from warehouse to government to doctor's office, front desk, being bilingual. That's the type of work that you usually get.
Right.
And I just found myself quitting a lot. And everybody's like, why are you quitting so much? That's a great job. I wish I had it.
Yeah.
And I really had to take a step back and see I kind of wanted to work for myself. Once I'm at a job, once I learn everything, I get bored. And I don't want to go to work anymore.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, oh wait, I'm smarter than this. Let me apply it for myself.
Yeah.
So that's why I found thrifting since I was little, and then I found that I could make money off of it, and that's how I got started.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Have any entrepreneurs that were around you, or?
Really, my mom, she works a 40-hour week job, at a warehouse, but she buys at the thrifts and sends boxes back home and sells clothes back home. And then my father, he's retired. He retired when he was 60. He's always sold cars. So he buys cars and flips them. So I kind of always saw that growing up. Yeah.
What has been the biggest obstacle, or I would say obstacle that you have, or challenge that you have faced as a creative?
Well, not having the knowledge, not really knowing what an LLC is.
Yes.
Yes. Not knowing that you can get a business credit and you can write things off.
Yeah.
Has been the biggest challenge. I'm learning as I go. I don't have anyone really telling me.
Right.
Yeah.
And we're gonna start eating because we're answering a lot of questions.
But, forgot about the food.
But that's really awesome, because I always look up to people that do it out of their own way, because when you don't look up to anybody else, I think that's even harder. Yeah. Because you really have to find out how to do everything yourself. I just went through a tax situation where I didn't know that you can do write-offs. But you have to be careful how many you do, because if you do too many, it can look under your business that you're not making money. So I didn't know that. I didn't know that. So that was a tip that I just learned. And so we're gonna start eating, but I do want to ask you, especially as a Hispanic, because I know we talked about it a little bit, but as a Hispanic, what do you think? How has the journey been for you? I think
it definitely been harder, just because like I said, the knowledge has not been there. I don't have somebody that I can just go to and be like, hey, what about this and this and that? Yeah. And especially my family didn't believe in me, and kind of still doesn't. They're like, you need
talk about it.
You need a job. What are you doing selling clothes and rapping and going out of town and doing
I do want to get into what do you want people to remember about your brand, about your business,
What I want people to remember is that you can really start from nothing. And reselling is so funny, because it's just really you're gonna go to the thrift every day, all day, and you're gonna learn what brand sells and what doesn't sell, and you're gonna just make money off of that. It's kind of crazy that there's a whole world making a lot of money doing that. It's nuts.
Getting a little off topic, I guess, what advice would you give to an entrepreneur or creative in your lane, or following the same thing you're doing?
YouTube is your best friend. Google is your best friend, but really finding people that are doing it and connecting with them. There was a guy here that just left. He was here for a year. His Instagram is Secondhand Scoops. His name is Mohammed. He was here for a year doing a few different things. And when I met him, I learned how much I didn't know about just t-shirts. What makes a t-shirt $100 or $200? What makes it vintage? So just really connecting. And ever since I met him, I met 20 people just from connecting with him. So just really finding what your lane is, finding the people that are in that lane and connecting with them and let them guide you and ask questions and don't be scared.
That is so important. I'm so glad that you brought that up, is ask questions, because I think a lot of people don't ask questions. And that was even something that I struggled with, was that I would always be like, how do you do this? How do you do that? But my boyfriend was like, okay, just ask those questions. Like if you don't ask, you will never know. So.
But you're really awesome to have on Instagram, because you will reply to the stories. You're gonna heart the photos.
Thank you.
You're not just watching it. You're really interacting with us, and that's like, I always never met you in person. Step up the other day. We went into each other at the thrift.
That was so crazy.
She was leaving the thrift and I was coming in.
Yeah, no, what was crazy is that I was literally talking to you that day on Instagram, and then I saw you like an hour later. I was like, the universe be universing, like. But no, I think that is so important, because we just had a little conversation about this a couple days ago, how there are so many creatives, and I don't take it personally anymore, but there are so many creatives in the city that you meet them and you network and they're awesome, but then when you get on social media, it's like they never show love. I don't understand. I really don't. Like, why?
Why,
I don't get it, but.
Why not share a post?
I'm like,
why
you can
not
share
like
a post, you can like a post, you can comment, you can refer her to a friend, like it's free, and I don't get it. But And I guess, what do you see next for yourself?
Next, so I sell on this platform called Whatnot, and I sell live. So I do a live show. So I'm just trying to really create really amazing live shows, because people want to see stuff that's interesting. They don't want me just holding up a t-shirt or holding up a bag and just selling them. They want a show. They want to interact with you and have a good day. They might have a bad day at home, and watching you I really just want to elevate my shows, and just like, I want a DJ in my shows.
Oh wow, that's
and like
awesome.
in the background playing. I want a cannon that blows up every time somebody sends me a tip or something, I just really want to make it super fun for people that are watching.
And I think that to me, that's what really builds your brand up, or even you, is that, like I said, like to me, like I feel like you really stand out to me mostly from everybody else, because you're different. Like you're just,
thank you.
I don't know how to explain it. Like you're different. And I feel like part of it is because you know how to brand yourself. Like you know exactly what you want, and it's like, I just love seeing that in people. I
don't care what nobody thinks, and I try to stay as humble as possible always. And I think that's key. You have to be humble, and you have to know and admit when you're wrong, or like, hey, I didn't know this t-shirt was this and that, and I sold it to you like it was vintage, but it was modern. And being like, oh, oops, I made a mistake. So just really like owning up to just be open and learning in that field. But
that's awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming onto my channel. Can you tell people like where they can find you, where they can support you?
So my Instagram is Alienreseller. Also, like I said, Whatnot is a great platform. Hit me up on Alienreseller, and I'll tell you more about it. But befriend me. Let's be friends.
Yes, and add her on social media, because she's so sweet and she always replies. And I think, just to touch on that really quick, that is so important, because like, again, not to harp on it again, but a lot of creatives or people on social media, they never respond their messages, or they never say anything to you. So that's what makes her different already. So. Thank you so much again for coming on my channel, and I can't wait to do a part 2.
Like the video and comment and share it. Don't be scared. It's free.
Literally, it's free. So if you guys like this type of content, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and go check out her page. I will have her link down below, so you guys can go check it out and check out her shop and support her. But without further ado, I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you.